Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 22, June 2016, question 11. The diagram shows some properties that substances may have. To which labeled part of the diagram does uranium with the nucleon number of 235 belong to? So it is a compound, it is not a compound. It is used as an energy source, yes, it is used as an energy source, and it is radioactive, yes. So it is only used as an energy source and it is radioactive. So this would make option D the correct option for this question. Question 12. The diagram shows a simple cell. So they've shown the flow of electrons through the wire. Metal Y is there, metal X is there, dilute sulfuric acid is there. For which pair of metal would the electron flow from metal X to metal Y? So metal X get oxidized and metal Y gets reduced. So the metals are copper, iron, zinc. These are the combinations: copper, iron, and zinc. So zinc is more reactive than iron, which is more reactive than copper. So zinc would get oxidized compared to iron and copper. So we have zinc and we have iron. This is correct. Copper will never get oxidized compared to iron or zinc. So option C and B get eliminated. And iron will get oxidized compared to copper. So in option C, iron is oxidized in comparison to zinc. So that makes this option incorrect as well, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 13. The energy level diagram for the combustion of methane is shown. So the reactants are above the product. So this makes this an exothermic reaction. Which row gives the equation for the energy change for this reaction? So it cannot be a positive energy change. So option A gets eliminated and option C also gets eliminated because of the positive energy change. So it can be negative. So now we have CH4 gas. This is option B, CH4 gas plus 2O2 gas giving us CO2 gas plus 2H2O gas. So these are the reactants and products as stated in the energy profile diagram. So all of them are correct. And in option D, the reactants are CH4 gas and 2O2 gas, which are correct. The products are CO2 gas and 2H2O liquid. Now, since the state of water here has changed, so that makes this option incorrect, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 14. A liquid X reacts with solid Y to form a gas. Which two diagrams show suitable methods for investigating the rate or the speed of the reaction? So in one, we have the reaction taking place and the gas being collected. In two, we've got a decrease in the mass of the container because CO2 gas will be lost. In three, we do not have loss of gas taking place, so there would be no change in mass. In four, we've got the same setup as one, but the difference is here we have a stopper place, so the gas would be collected in the gas syringe. And in setup one, we have cotton wool, so the gas would escape through the cotton wool and will not get collected in the gas syringe. So setups one and three cannot be used for measuring the rate of reaction, whereas we can measure the rate of decrease in the mass using setup 2 and the rate of collection of gas using setup 4. Since setups 2 and 4 can be used, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 15. Which row describes how the energy of collision between particles changes when concentration and temperature are increased? So when concentration is increased, energy of collision. So nothing happens to the energy of collision. So this eliminates options A and B. Energy remains the same. And when temperature is increased, molecules gain kinetic energy. So overall, the energy possessed by the molecule increases, eliminating option D and making option C the correct option for this question. Question 16. Methanol is made by reacting carbon monoxide with hydrogen. The reaction is exothermic and is a chemical equilibrium. The equation for the reaction is shown. Which changes in temperature and pressure increase the yield of methanol? That means the forward reaction is favored. So since this reaction is exothermic, a decrease in temperature will favor the forward reaction, eliminating options C and D. And pressure, in order to favor the forward reaction, the pressure must be depending on number of moles. So the number of moles of reactants are 3 and number of moles of products are 1. So we need to favor the lesser number of moles, so the pressure should be increased, eliminating option A and making option B the correct option for this question. Question 17. Which equation represents a reduction reaction? So Fe2 plus electron gives Fe3 plus. This is incorrect. This should give Fe plus. Fe2 plus gives Fe3 plus electron. This is oxidation. Fe3 plus electron gives Fe2 plus. This is reduction. And Fe3 plus gives Fe2 plus electron. This is incorrect. This should be Fe3 plus electron giving you Fe2 plus. So this makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 18. Which statements are properties of an acid? Reacts with ammonium sulfate to form ammonia. Ammonium sulfate itself is acidic. So an acid will not react with an acid. So 1 becomes incorrect. And 2 turns red litmus blue. 2 is a property of a base, not an acid. An acid would turn a blue litmus red. So none of them are statements for or properties of acid. So this makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 19. Which row describes whether an amphoteric oxide reacts with acids and bases? So if it is amphoteric, it would react with an acid and it would react with the base as well. So this eliminates options A, B, and C and makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 20. Silver chloride is insoluble in water and is prepared by precipitation. Which two substances can be used to make silver chloride? So since it is prepared by precipitation, we need to react to reagents that are soluble. So barium chloride is soluble and silver nitrate is also soluble. This will produce barium nitrate which is soluble and silver chloride which will precipitate. So this is correct. Hydrochloric acid and silver will not react because silver is less reactive than hydrogen, so will not displace hydrogen in HCl. Hydrochloric acid and silver bromide. Silver bromide is an insoluble salt. So an insoluble salt reacting with an acid to produce an insoluble salt is not the way of preparing silver chloride. Sodium chloride and silver iodide. Silver iodide is insoluble and will not react with sodium chloride. So this is incorrect as well. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question.